What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Wonder Friends at 11 o'clock. Let's get these comments in. Had a little bit of an issue getting connected today, but we are up and ready. So I hope you guys are ready to have some fun. I have a pretty cool idea on how to make some pretty unique drawings today. It's something I like to do just for fun when I'm practicing drawing, all that good stuff like that. As always, as you guys start to come in, parents, if you can make sure that you load in maybe your kids' names in the comments so we can acknowledge them, say hi to them, all that good stuff like that. Because the goal of Wonder Friends is to introduce kids to the idea of they're not alone. They get to see that there's other kids around checking in, all this stuff like this, because as we all are starting to experience, some of this stuff could be kind of isolating and stuff like that. And then, as always, you know, my name is Jason Tharp. I'm the Chief Creative Dreamer at Wonderville Studios. Kids, I get paid to make up stuff. It's the coolest job. I've dreamed about doing this since I was a kid, and a lot of the goal of Wonder Friends is to try to show how you can do some of those things, right? Maybe there's something that you want to do right now that you're not sure how to do. Maybe through me sharing some of these ideas, you guys might be able to apply it to your big dream chase. So what's up, Emily? Good to see you. Brody, Ashley, how's it going? And Marley, what's going on? So parents, I have a favor to ask. If you could please just take a second once this thing ends to share the video, that definitely helps. I'm not really sure how Facebook works and all that good stuff like that, but I do know just by looking at the numbers and stuff like that, if it gets shared, gets more eyeballs on it, it seems to be actually showing up on Facebook more. I don't know like what it is. I'm not techie enough to understand the whole deal. I just kind of hit a button and start talking. But if you guys could just share this for me, that'd be great. All this stuff is free. I'm not asking for anything in return. All I'm asking for is payment would be if there is something you find value in. If your kid is really enjoying this, just take a second to share it. That's all I'm really asking out of that. Now, kids, what I would like for you to do is let's get mindful for a second. Let's bring ourselves into the present moment. And I just wish you guys just to sit up big and tall and take a big breath. And you could say this either out loud or just in your head, whatever way you want to do it. Just say, I am smart, I do matter, I am me, and I am super fantastic. Because sometimes what happens is we can get stuck in feeling a little lonely, or we can get stuck in thinking there's something wrong, or there's a lot of scary stuff happening right now. And we can kind of help with that if we start to tell ourselves things that are really good, and we put good stories in our head, because we are strong, we do matter, we are super fantastic. Each one of us are unique and special. Just so everybody knows, we're watching at Wonderville Studios, and you can also check me out on Instagram at Wonderville Studios. Let me go through here now and say some hi to some people here. All right, Macy and Mitchell, what is happening? Nolan, what's up? Dorian, again, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Lexi, Joey, JJ, what's going on? Hopefully, I hope the internet doesn't crash. I'm glad that you're having fun checking in, man. Eleanor and Jack, what's going on? Zoe, what's happening? Drew, what's happening, my man? Jules, Mason, Jude, Lydia, and Cassius. Did I say that right? Cassius. I'm trying my best with all names. Brody, what's happening? So guys, again, parents, just take a second, share this video. I don't know how the Facebook whole thing works, but I do know just by looking at like the number of things, the first videos were shared a lot, and it seems like then that makes Facebook show it to more people that typically don't tune in. I think that from what I'm understanding a lot on Facebook is that once you post something, they kind of give that like, they show it to a lot of people, then you kind of got to pay for it to get noticed. So if you could do me a favor and just share this, all that stuff like that, trying to avoid like, having to pay for things, because this is, putting all this together. And the other thing, guys, is on my website, PDFs are up there now. I'm finishing up the last ones. I'm trying to create an activity for each book that I have, or each series that I have, which is a lot of series right now. So if you go on to wonderfriends.com, there is a section you'll see wondervillestudios.com, but there's a section for Wonder Friends. If you click on there, after you get past the videos, there's all of these PDFs. There's a bunch of stuff in there. There's Peachy and Keen exercises. There's recipes. There's Super Monster Friends sample books. There's going to be, I'm missing 2 that I'm working on today. Again, kind of making all this stuff by myself, guys, so it takes a little bit of time. So what's up, Gabby? How's it going? Porter and Harper. What's going on, guys? So let's see who else we got out there. And we got Izzy and Weston. What's happening? So do I like chicken? What's up, Mitchell? I love chicken. Chicken's actually probably my favorite thing. I'm actually getting ready to start a new book that involves chicken. And not like a chicken, but like something that chickens you get in a Happy Meal. So I'm not gonna tell all the secrets, but we're working on a new book for that too. And Bentley and Maddie, what's going on? So guys, just a reminder, what we're talking about this week is simple. We're talking about our cup idea, right? We got Sunny, right? We got Sunny that we talk about. We've been introducing him, and he has those Star Buddies with the cup idea. And this week, we're really focusing on this one right here. We're focusing on the U, which is uniqueness, right? So we're talking a lot about us being different from each other, how important that is, how we all have these different parts about us that's important. Cece, what's happening? Mesa and Josie, what's going on? And Daniel, what's happening, guys? Good to see you. Thanks for checking this out. So Everett, Ren, Russell, what's up, guys? Good to see you. So as we're talking about our uniqueness, what we're saying is that we're different than everybody, and that is actually a good thing. Could you imagine if we were all exactly the same? It's the fact that we're each different that makes the whole world pretty amazing. That's your uniqueness. The things that are different about you from everybody else is what makes you special. It's what makes you kind of the unicorn, right? You're one of a kind, and that is really, really cool. So that's what we're really talking about. And this week, what we're trying to do is come up with some art techniques that will be ways to make something completely unique. And how we've been doing it lately is we're trying to today what I thought would be kind of a cool thing. Miss A, what's happening? And Tino, what's going on? So what I thought would be a really cool way is if we can combine, one of the things I like to do, it's a really good creative exercise, if I take two things that have nothing to do with each other and you kind of smash them together. So I thought, an apple, right? Apples are good. We all like apples, right? So what would happen if we take an apple and we smash it together with something else? Now, I have like a little guest that I'm going to go grab for a second. So give me a second. I want to introduce you to somebody that we're going to take this idea and we're going to combine them together. So this is Zoe. And Zoe is my kitty, and she's an old lady, and she likes to sleep a lot, and she's been chilling a lot in a chair lately and just relaxing. I think she's a little bit like, why are you still at home all the time? And she's getting a little sick of it. But Zoe's like a cool cat, and I really like to do lots of stuff with Zoe, and she hangs out with me, and we watch TV together, and we, hang out the same as probably you do with your pet. So I'm going to let Zoe down, but we're going to take an apple and a cat, and we're going to smash them together and see if we can come up with something. Here you go, Zoe. See if we could come up with something completely different that maybe you didn't think about, and then we'll talk about the wonder work at the end of how we're going to put it all together. So I'm going to switch over to the other one. Get your paper and your pens ready, and we're going to do a drawing together. Okay. So let's call it, I guess we'll just call it an apple cat, right? It seems like that makes sense. Like maybe if we were making like an apple, like an iPad, we'd call it an iCat. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to do an apple cat. So if we look at an apple, the first idea that we say is we all can kind of picture what a cat looks like in our head, right? And apples come in different shapes and stuff like that. So one of the easy ways to start is if you look at an apple for the overall shape, it's kind of like a circle, right? And maybe it's smashed a little, or it's like a rounded like square. So what you can kind of start with is, let's pick that. But I have a way that we can kind of do an apple in two different parts, and we kind of reflect that part on one side. So what you do is if you draw one side like this, so it's like a C, right? Just like a C. And then we're going to do on the other side a backwards C. So you just go back, the exact opposite side, right? So if you kind of look, now we kind of have an apple, right? And a way to get this stem, right? We got this stem part right here, is what we're going to do is just draw a line up, right? Now, ta-da, you have an apple. Now, we can do it a couple different ways. Now, you can, on your drawing, if you want, you can make your apple cat different than mine, or you can do it exactly the same. is you can pretend like maybe that the apple, what if the cat was wearing an apple costume, right? Or what if you really made it an apple cat and you put ears on it? Like there are a bunch of different ways that you can make your apple cat come to life. I think what would be kind of fun is if we made it look like the cat is wearing an apple costume. So how we would do that is if we're gonna use this to build like the shape, we're gonna pretend like, think about like if the cat were to stand up upright and put on a big costume, like at Halloween. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a big cutout right here, like that is just a rectangle. And that rectangle is gonna be kind of like the face, okay? And we're gonna be able to put all of our stuff inside of there. And we're going to use this little spot right here that we put those two together as a little line that we're going to build stuff off of. And I just want you to put an oval kind of right in the middle, and then you can color that in, okay? And that's going to be our cat's nose. Now on each side of those, you're just going to put a little dot, so that way we know where we're going to put the eyeballs. And take those little dots you made and make them into bigger dots, and then put 2 circles around each one. Now, you can make these dots bigger if you want. You can make the dots go goofy so eyes are looking different ways. You can kind of do any sort of thing that you would like to do with your cat apple here. And what we're going to do in this part here, we're going to just draw a line down, right? So that way we get that little, like cats almost look like they have a little divider right underneath their nose. And you're just going to draw a little half circle like that for a smile. Now, one of the ways, as you know, to get cats to look like cats is they have whiskers, right? They have those big whiskers that are going out. And we're just going to, like, put those along the side. It's kind of like they just are sticking out of the costume. Just put 3 lines on each side. Super simple. And in another way, what do cats have on top of their ears? Or, I'm sorry, I just gave it away. What do cats have on top of their heads that look like triangles, right? Their ears, right? So if you want, you can put 2 little triangles on each side. And now we have like a little bit more of like an eye kind of thing. Now, if you want to really sell the idea that this is a costume, I'm going to show you something I think works, and it's also kind of funny. If you draw little dash lines, just put a couple of them just like that, right? And then if you put just a square, and we're going to put a triangle underneath there, and just put a little line there. Does that look like it could be? And if you put a little line right down the middle of it, kind of looks like it could be a hoodie, right? Like what you zip off your hoodie. You could even, if you want, put in a couple lines like this, and if you put little dots on the end, now it looks like, with little circles, now it really looks like one of your hoodies that you would wear, right? So now that we have the body of our apple character, we're going to put some legs on it. Now for legs, just like we've been talking about before, you're going to just draw 2 lines down. Also looks like the number 11, right? And you're going to put those on each side, okay? Now to close off the feet, simple, hot dogs, right? We use hot dogs a lot when we're talking about doing the drawings because it's really simple. We can all picture what a hot dog looks like. And we just draw a little hot dog around to connect it, and another little hot dog around to connect those. You can put little lines on the feet. If you want your cat to be wearing shoes, you can draw shoes on it. You can kind of have a lot of fun any way that you want. And also, we're going to have, let's see, some arms come out of there. I think it'd be kind of fun if we draw little bumps like this on its face. And what if we put like little dots on each side? We do like 3 little dots. And that kind of makes it fun. And the same for eyebrows. If we put our eyebrows on the outside, perfectly fine. If we just do like curved ones, you can do straight ones, you can do blocks, you can do different kinds, right? Now, for arms, what we're going to do is the same idea. It's a hot dog, right? Cats don't have digits like you do. They have kind of like a paw, right? And if you look, you can kind of pretend that this is kind of like a hot dog shape, right? So we're going to do the same thing, and we're just going to draw one out just like this, okay? And then draw another one out just like that. Now you want to see something funny? Check this out. We're going to make the cat apple, cat apple, whatever you want to call it, holding an apple. All right, so what we're going to do there is the same thing. Remember we started with? You're going to do one side that way and do one side the other way, and then just put a stick on it, right? Now let's put a face on this. So just 2 dots and a smile. And then we can kind of put little things like this around it, which just makes it stick out. That's what those really are. It's kind of like a ta-da, like a little boom, like a little emphasis. When you're making cartoons, anything that you want to put around stuff like this kind of draws attention to it and makes you see it a little bit more. You can even, if you want, I'm just going to show you what I can do with like my highlighter here, and if I color this in, now it really sticks out, right? Because now it's got color. You can make it stick out with color as well. Now the last thing that we're going to put on our cat is we're going to put like a tail, right? And your tail could have stripes on it. I'm going to put some stripes on mine, just so that way it doesn't look like it's another arm. You know, another thing that you can do for the hands, you know, like cats have like that paw kind of thing. So it's just an oval, right? And we're going to put like little, just do like 3 little dots on it. And it gets at, like just like that. So I think that looks like a cat apple, right? Looks pretty cool. We can make sure we sign our name on it so everybody knows who made the masterpiece. So this is another cool way that you can take 2 things, the cat and an apple, combine them to make something special and different, right? So the wonder work for today, let me switch over to the other one. Boom. So, was that fun? Was that fun to combine 2 things? We could use an apple slice as the tail. That's right. That's a really cool one. I love that idea. Marshall and Piper and Willow. What's going on, guys? So what we're going to do, so as you saw here, we can combine these types of things to make a character. What I have an idea for you to do today for the wonder work is that you're going to, I want you to take 2 things that you see around your house. Maybe you don't have a cat, but you have a dog. Like, could you combine something that is in your house to make your own very unique character? And that's what we're going to need you to take a picture of and post it in the comments to this video to get entered into the giveaway. So remember, what we're doing each week is we are picking at random on Sundays somebody to win a book, a drawing, or maybe both. The ones that won last week all went out already, so they're going to kind of maybe post what they got in it. So you're going to get a special kind of like grab bag in the mail from me that will have some stuff. So remember, the rules are simple. I just need you parents, take a picture of the finished artwork. You can or don't need to put your kid in that. That's fine. Like the page and share it. Again, parents, I'm asking a favor, doing this all for free. My only ask is if you can share it. It seems to be that's how Facebook works. Even though you're watching it, it doesn't make other people see it. It's really from the shares is what I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not an expert on it. This is just my guess. So if you can kind of just share it. It takes 2 seconds. Once this video ends, just hit that share button. Maybe talk about like, you know, the kids are digging this, something, share it in your PTO groups or whatever. I would love, my goal for this is really to connect the kids to see that there are other kids out there going through the exact same thing as them. You can always, if you want, go on YouTube, find all the videos as well. But again, we have like all the books and everything. I think I finally figured it out on Facebook where I connected the little shop button now. If you're really interested in getting like a drawn in Doodle book, you can get the drawn ones from my web store. Otherwise, Amazon, great resource for it. You can go to the different publishers and they also have them. So it's also available on Amazon, all that good stuff like that. Really just doing all this stuff to try to be a helper in the time where all this stuff seems to be going crazy. So guys, I have a word of the day. So the wonder word, the giveaways, Macy, giveaways are on Sunday. So that's what we're gonna do them is to go all through all the week, and then on Sunday kind of pick them, and then that way I can get them all sent out on Monday. But we do like a random picture. So all the times that you comment, your parents comment, we're going to take all those and kind of just really just randomly pick. Like there's no guess. But if you have one, you're only going to win once. That way everybody gets a chance. So if you haven't won yet, don't worry. It seems like we're going to be doing this for a while. And so I want to talk about the wonder word today. So the wonder word today is determination. That seems like a really big word, and it actually is, right? So determination. Now, I want you to think about any time that you couldn't do something and you really figured out that you wanted to do it. And you did not quit, and you kept trying. Maybe it was that you wanted to learn how to hit a baseball, or maybe it was that you wanted to learn how to do a cartwheel. Was there something that you wanted to do that you didn't know how to do, that you just kept doing? And after you kept trying and trying, all of a sudden it worked. That, the not giving up, is called determination. You were determined to figure out something. And that's kind of like what this book's about. Kiwi cannot reach, right? Kiwi in this book was determined to get to that rope. He wanted to get to that rope so much that he asked the reader, the person reading the book, to help them. So this book is really fun. I loved making this book. This is one of the first books I ever wrote. Had a lot of fun doing it. So this was what determination is about. We're going to do a whole video later about how we are going to draw Kiwi. Kiwi's a really simple character, but at the same time, super hard to draw. So again, guys, I want to talk to you about tomorrow's supplies. Tomorrow, we're going to stick with markers and paper. If there's anything else you want to bring, you can have a whole table. I've seen some of you cover the whole table, which is awesome. We're just going to keep doing these creativity things. Parents, if you have any ideas, put them in the comments of things that maybe you're hearing from your kids that they would like to see or that they would like to do, or any something that you would like that you're hearing conversation-wise from them that they would like to see. Maybe it's questions or any of those any of those types of things. Always looking for some cool things to do to keep these guys entertained, all that good stuff like that. But I appreciate all of you checking it out. Thank you so much for checking in. You chose chalk today. Very cool. That's an awesome way. And again, guys, thank you guys so much for checking this out. Go out there, support all the other authors and illustrators all doing this types of things. We're all trying to do our best to help out in a situation where we really kind of don't know the end. It can be scary, guys, but I promise you that we're going to get through it. Kids, we're going to get through this. I know that you're probably missing friends. I'm missing my friends. But I want you just to remember the key to happiness is truly embracing your unicorniness. The things that's special about you, that's unique about you, is what makes you absolutely amazing. Even though you might not get to go out in the world so much right now, but you get a chance to sprinkle your magic on everybody's day just by being you. And I appreciate you guys for checking it out. I appreciate you for being here. Go out in the world any way that you can today. Be the unicorn. Sprinkle your magic on somebody else's day. And I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for some more drawing fun. I'll see you.